Yeah, them NFTs cost baguettes. Yeah, my diamond head 24 karat. Buy it when it's low, then you sell it off. In the marketplace, we on digital. Brand new NFT, this ain't physical. Need at least 100, that's the minimum. Flip, yeah, I'm out the bigger the brick, yeah. We on the blockchain, look at my wallet is lit, yeah. Money legit, yeah. I just make triple my rent, yeah. Gotta flip, yeah, you rich, yeah. I got 100 NFTs on my phone. Pineapple the juice, double cup, styrofoam. Really? I don't see no man, I get bread when I'm on. Don't care what they say, cause they pockets dead wrong. I just made a flip, yeah, flip, yeah. I just made a flip, yeah, rich, yeah, rich, yeah. Now we crypto rich, yeah, sick, yeah. Haters, they so sick, yeah. Flip, yeah, make that money flip, yeah.
What's up, my fellow NFT collectors? It's time for this week's DC Palm drop, and there's my man Mo Nose in the house. What's up, Mo? How we feeling today, bro?
Boy, I just doxed myself? Holy shit, I gotta change that on Zoom, huh?
No, all I see is I didn't see anything except for your face with the back cowl, the green glowing back cowl. And did I miss something? I think you're good.
I thought I saw my stage name come up.
Ooh, I was wondering if your face might have popped up. I've never seen Mo's face. Now I had to rewind it and go see it for myself. I'm curious. I'm curious now. All right, let me line you up, make you a little bit more center here. I do not have this set up for guests, but it just takes 2 seconds. Boom, there we go. So Mo, how you feeling about this drop? You going for it?
No. I'm giving my pockets a break, man. It's been a rough week, dude.
I hear you. Yeah, especially after Cookie Monster. Well, shout out to all the homies in the chat. We got Tucson Collectibles here, even though he is upset. He's mad. I don't know what he's mad about. Let us know in the chat what you're mad about. I know you're usually mad, so that's no biggie. You're in Hawaii, though. You're not really allowed to be mad. What's up, Scott Glenister? He is also curious to what Tucson is mad about. What's up, Ronnie Lido? We got Jamie Hunsicker here. What's up, Jamie? Good luck if you're going for this one. Your name did show up. You did dox yourself, apparently. I didn't see it myself. So, yeah, now everybody knows your name, which is... I didn't see it, so I don't know. Is it not Mo? Victor Texas says, is it worth going for this one? Comics and Crypto did not make a video. Do they usually do DC Palm videos? I don't think this one is a good one to go for. What's up, Dr. Strange? What's up, Christopher Stid? What's up, Mr. Gabe Hernandez? I do have it pulled up here, even though if I click any button, it's going to take me straight to the queue. Queues have started to load up, but there are the different rarities. If you guys wanted to see what the rarities look like, you get your common, your uncommon. That's the one I got. That's probably my least favorite one, although I don't like the rare much either, honestly. I do like the epic a lot. That's probably my favorite. And then legendary is this death one right here, which looks pretty cool too. So I'd say common, epic, and legendary would be my 3 favorites, just based on what the covers look like. If you guys need any help finding your rarity before the reveal time, let me know, and I will walk you through all that. And we might get some queues loaded up just to show you how to do it, but I don't think I'm going for this one on the public drop because I already got one on the early access. It was uncommon number 37, so not a great one. Congratulations to Christopher Stid. Got a secret rare today on the Howard the Duck first appearance comic drop. Mo, did you go for the VV drop today?
No, but I know you were excited for that one, huh? How'd you, I saw you snipe, was it a rare or something like that? Secret ultra rare?
I don't know if it's considered a snipe if you don't sell it back for a profit. It has not sold yet, but I did buy like number 44 or 44 rare for like 20 gems, maybe 29, somewhere between 20 and 29. It might not have been a good snipe, but I did get an ultra rare on the drop. I bought 2 of them. I got a common and an ultra rare, so I think I'm probably up overall on the day, even though it's down to pennies or whatever. But I am a big fan of Howard the Duck. I like Howard the Duck. I thought that was a cool movie growing up, and I think he's a cool character. And I'm surprised that none of the comic collectors in the community like Howard the Duck. Did you like that movie growing up? You seem like a Howard the Duck type of guy.
I mean, you know, it's a cult classic. I've watched it. That, Batteries Not Included, The Blob, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But, I didn't go for it. Like I said, it's really not in my wheelhouse, man. I'm really trying to be a little more selective what I go for nowadays. I grabbed Cookie Monster like half price. I didn't even grab it on the drop.
Do you think that Cookie Monster is one worth picking up?
I mean, at rock bottom prices, sure. I'll put it in the same category as America Chavez and Silver Surfer. And if this whole thing takes off and goes the way everyone thinks it's going to go, those things are going to be, you know, good long-term plays at the price. But I don't know. You know, $60 for Cookie Monster still hasn't sold out, right?
Let me put you over here so you're a little bit bigger. I didn't have it set up. I got you really tiny on my other scene. Tucson Collectibles is having a good old time. He says you're broke because horse racing ruins people. How's Photo Finish Live going over there? You're not broke, are you?
Actually, I probably made twice as much as Tucson last week, but I'm not even going to get into that. I know he's my biggest fan. That's why he's muted in chat. But, you know, listen. I'm at a point now where if I put my money in the right places, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in a good spot. But keep buying these things just because I'm awake at 11 o'clock in the morning, it's a waste of money at this point.
Yeah, I actually opened up my Phantom wallet this morning and had, I think, like $400 worth of Solana in there. Sold a couple of those PFPs from Photo Finish because they are pumping right now. I'll figure out, I'll take a little bit of profit. Crackers in the house says, is this a good drop and when do queues start? Queues have already started. They start about 30 minutes before the drop begins. And as for is this a good drop, we'll check out the price predictions. But I think this was a more recent comic, came out like in 2009 or something. So, of course, those modern comics don't have as much value. Unless they have like a really important first appearance in it. Shout out to Distro Bistro.
Let me grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Distro Bistro skipping this one. Kobe Collects in the house says $10 is too much for Cookie Monster, in my opinion. Wait, what? For Cookie Monster? I thought you were talking about this drop. $10 is too much for Cookie Monster? That's an iconic character. First appearance of Sesame Street on the blockchain. I don't know. 1993 is when it came out. Oh, okay. So it's not a 2000s. Well, that's still pretty modern, but not super modern, because what's the Deadpool first appearance? That's like a 1998 comic. All right, here's your price prediction for today. Harish has 7 on the common, 10 on the uncommon, 13 on the rare, 25 on the epic, 70 on the legendary. Bilby's at 3, 4, 8, 15, and 60. I got a little bit higher here, 4, 5, 6, 12, and 50. Stefano's 7, 5, 10, 18, and 56. Seems like these legendaries do better than the secret rares do on Vivi when it comes to holding their prices. Let's see, Dane K's got 5, 6, 10, 18, and 60. Retail is 10 on these. Wooby's at 5, 4, 9, 13, and 59. And just like the VV price predictions, we do keep track of price predictions in the DC Palm price predictions channel. And at the end of the month, whoever has the most points wins a prize. Right now, Ryan's in the lead, but Quilly had a nice showing on Wiz number 2, got 3 points and took second place. And we'll see who gets the points for this week's comic drop. Led Jess says, is there a limit to this drop? That's a good question. I highly doubt they would put a limit to it. Man, the queue's already started, so I don't think I can see. I don't know if there's a limit for how many you can buy. Is that true, Bruin88? I don't believe you. That sounds like cap. Neil Gaiman is awesome, though. Neil Gaiman. Is he the artist or writer or something? I'm not sure who that is. Kobe wouldn't even pay $1 for Cookie Monster. Dude, did you see how awesome, how epic the animation is on the Cookie Monster? It's pretty dope.
I love the animation on Cookie Monster.
I want to see what you think about Starry Night. Is that a drop you're going for, the Elmon X drop?
I am actually going to try to get it on that. I wanted to go for the other one. Dude, after what happened with me with my second MetaMask account, I think I told you about that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to free fire and go for like all these free things, this, and grab this for free, and, you know, cheap mint this. Dude, I got rugged, took everything from my account. I think we talked about that. You told me about your account, I think, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so ever since then, man, I've been really just skeptical about anything that's not like VV, HRO, you know, DC, stuff like that. But I'm going to go for it. I mean, I regretted not going for the other one. Obviously, it's like, what, 1,500?
Yeah, 1,400 right now. I mean, you had to be pretty clever, pretty smart to go for that Mona Lisa one, because I had a lot of reservations. I was scared that it wouldn't do anything on OpenSea, and the people who had, I guess, the guts to go for it, it paid off for them if they got it. A lot of people went for it and weren't able to get the Mona Lisa. And I think this one's going to be hard to get, too. Do you know if you're going to go for the original or the animated version?
I'm going to go for the original. Yeah.
Seems like everybody's going for the original. Yeah. I wasn't sure at first. Now I kind of want to go for the animated version because everybody's going for the original. It might be easier to get, but
I thought about the same thing, yeah.
But if I have that queue,
the animated's going to be cool, though, because I do love that painting. Probably way more than the Mona Lisa.
Even more than the Mona Lisa? I don't know. That's
me. I understand. I understand Mona Lisa's a big deal, but to me, when I look at Starry Night, like I used to do a lot of lithographs and stuff like that on eBay. And I used to look for a lot of stuff like that. So to me, I don't know. Starry Night to me is always like one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's one that everybody recognizes too. That's why it's going to do well, just like Mona Lisa did. If Mona Lisa did well, this won't do as well as Mona Lisa, but it should do really well. It should definitely be over retail. So that's one I'm planning on going for. I probably won't stream the drop because I might have to use some multiple queues. What's up, Randy Chavitz? Good luck if you're going for this one. I guess we'll start a poll to see how many people in the chat are going for this public drop today. Are you going for today's Death number 1 public drop. So I guess if you went for the private drop and you already got one and you're not going for the public drop like me, then your answer would be no. Yes, no, I don't know yet. I don't even know if anybody did.
Speaking of
go ahead.
Speaking of running on OpenSea, I know we didn't do a show last week with the racing. Did I tell you? I mean, I kind of made a mistake, but I wound up getting rid of my Dr. Disrespect access pass for that game he's doing, that Crypto Stash and all them play.
Yep.
Bro, I sold my PFP for like 1,100. They ran to like 16, and mine's probably worth like $3,000 with the sniper rifle.
Are you serious?
Oh, I screwed up. I mean, I made a shit ton of profit. It only cost me $50, and it's actually the second one that I flipped. I flipped the other one for like 6, and then bought it back for $290. But yeah, it was still a big mistake. They ran the day after I sold it. That's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah. I see. I never know which one of those projects to get into, so I never do hardly ever get into them.
Well, look at it realistically, right? Nobody has more clout in the gaming space than Dr. Disrespect, and it's just a fact. This guy pulls, even when he moved to YouTube, where nobody goes to really watch YouTube gamers, this guy still pulls 30 to 50,000 viewers, you know what I'm saying? Look at his Twitter. Look at the Midnight Society that he started up, the 12 a.m. project. Look at the Twitter followers from them. The same way I look at the VB stuff, man. It's good indication, you know? And that Midnight Society has been hot to trot ever since it got announced. That's why it was $50 to get in. Day one, I got in, you know? And probably should still be holding it, but I got out for now.
It's all about getting into those good ones early. Z Brito wants to know if we can get more than one. I was just checking the announcements to see if I could find out for sure, and I don't know what the limit is. I can't find it anywhere. If anybody knows the limit on today's DC Palm Drop, let me know. I'm sure you can get more than one. Limit's probably like 2 or 3, maybe even 5. What's up, Daniel D? Tucson says, can the private buyers get another one on the Elmon X, or do you mean on today's DC Palm Drop? I don't know if there's a limit on the Elmon X ones. That's a good question, too. I didn't see anything about it. Of course, they have a lot of information in their Medium article. I haven't read it all. But if you want to get all the information about it, I'll link that Medium article in the chat, and you guys can check it out yourselves. 2, everybody's saying 2 is the limit on today's DC Palm Drop. Thank you for the info. So you can get another one if you got one on the private drop. Just sign up for the DC Comics. Is this one worth it? Nah, BJN, I don't think this one's going to be worth going for. Mathematically, not financial advice. I mean, you could get lucky and hit the Epic or the Legendary, and that's definitely going to be worth it. But if you get a common, uncommon, or rare, I expect all 3 of those to be under retail, and you don't have a very good chance of getting a low token ID because these are minted in order. So the early access, that's the big advantage of owning a Bat Cow. Early access always gets the low token IDs. Bruin88 says, I think the animation would be more valuable as an NFT of Starry Night. Put that in a digital display would be awesome. I don't know. That's the real question. Would the animated Starry Night be worth more than the original Starry Night? It seems like Elmon X thinks it will because they have the same edition size, and the animated one has a higher retail price, but not by much. That's a really a good question of how that's going to work out. Bob Sell says, is this worth going for? Not seeing anything about it. Nah, I mean, I don't want to tell y'all what to do, but in my opinion, we got a guest here. What do you think, Bruin? Why did I say Bruin? I almost called you Bruin88. What's going on your screen right now, Mo?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so you ever play a game called SOCOM back in the day? Big third-person tactical military shooter. So PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah, I may have played it a couple times, like rented it back in the day, but I didn't play it hardcore or anything.
So Epic Games yesterday announced a huge, massive update to their Fortnite ecosystem, right? Where they're going to start doing anything that I 3D model, right? I can actually bring into Fortnite now, which is, 5 million players. And I've made so much money on that from my my grapple course map. But anyway, so now I'm back. Guess what I'm doing right now?
I saw you tweet about that. So how do you make money from that?
So I was actually, the first day it came out, I was like, yo, it'd be cool if there was like a Spider-Man map. You know what I'm saying? Like grappling around and hooking this and trying to get like up a tower, So I just got baked. I made it one night. I threw a post on Reddit. And I woke up the next morning, this thing had like 2,500 upvotes overnight. And then one of the Epic Games guys hits me up. He's like, hey, we only do it for like people like Ninja, Nick Merckx, and these big streamers or whatever. He was like, yo, you got a bunch, a lot of people want to see it. He's like, I'll give you a creator code. But yeah, I was able to upload it. People were able to use my Mono's code for like, I don't know, they still use it actually. I got a payment like 2 months ago.
Wow, that's awesome. Dang, I didn't know that was a thing. Let me check the chat.
But yeah, so now...
Go ahead.
Yeah, so say now I can actually, all my 3D modeling and stuff that I do, I can actually bring it in and not use their crappy Fortnite looking graphics anymore. So this is going to be huge.
So are a lot of people going to be doing this? Is this a new thing that everybody's going to be working on? Because I got your Twitter pulled up. I saw the picture you posted of you creating an island for Fortnite. Is this something everybody's doing now?
Yeah, so the one that I have up is my grapple course. I think that's a picture I posted.
Yep.
But this is actually a recreation of the SOCOM map.
Oh.
So this was a really highly rated map on another game that I used to work for, like doing maps. So I'm trying to transfer it over to this, and so far it's going all right.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That would be fun to play on too. I played a little bit of Fortnite back in the day. I downloaded it again when they released the Naruto stuff. It was pretty fun for a while, but I haven't played it for about a couple months now. Ronnie Lido says Elmon X came out and said the multiple queues thing. Yeah, no, you guys are talking about the multiple queues thing. We were reading that paragraph during the live stream earlier. I mean, I don't know if I should give my opinion on it, but okay, here's the paragraph we're talking about. It says right here, multiple tab opening will not help you purchase and may place you last in the queue. Bot measures are also in place. We're carefully monitoring purchases of any unlawful. What law is it against, bro? How's it unlawful, though? I don't know about that word. You risk being banned from Elmon X and report it to the relevant authorities. What? See, just putting it like that, I didn't even read that part. Just putting it like that, I'm definitely using multiple queues. I'm using as many queues as I can. I mean, they're pretty much telling you can use multiple queues by putting that in there. It makes no sense at all. What are they talking about, Mo? What's the unlawful activity that they're going to report to the relevant authorities?
Oh, the Open Sea Police are going to show up at the door.
The Open Sea Police are going to get me? I'm so scared.
Open up, pull over.
Right. Anyway, there was another one I wanted to check out from my man BJN. Says, I've always wanted you to ask you this. You're so nice and easygoing and approachable on YouTube, but your Twitters are sometimes very spicy. Is that you or someone else? Well, it definitely ain't someone else. Nobody's allowed to tweet from my Twitter, sir. But you gotta, when I'm spicy on Twitter, I'm usually either being sarcastic or saying it in a funny tone, and people don't always get my humor, and I really don't care if people don't get my humor is my problem. So I'll say something that only 10% of the people who read it are going to get, and I don't care because the 10 people who read it are going to crack up. So I mean, and also I mean, I don't let people disrespect me without replying, and a lot of people like to disrespect me indirectly and expect me not, like Hal Wilson does that a lot, expect me not to call him out on it, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's on YouTube, man. So, I mean, I have no problem calling people out.
Little subtweets and shit.
Yeah. Abdullah says, Mo knows, how do you find new good projects? That's a great question because Mo knows is good at finding them. How do you find new good projects, Mo?
I typed it in chat too. Twitter and Social Blade. Social Blade is good. Like I said, if you have like an influencer that's pushing a product or a project, you can kind of use that to see how relevant it's going to be, how much traction it's getting. And that's, again, the Midnight Society. For me, with Dr. Disrespect, knowing he's one of the biggest faces like in online realm, I mean, the shit was a no-brainer. But I mean, anything coming up now, nobody's really putting out anything these days, man. It's all cookie cutter shit. It's like I put this together overnight, what I showed you a minute ago, just like bringing my own assets in, and that's all people do. Like Illuvium, I saw Illuvium come out, man. I hate even posting it because I know it's not easy to make a game. But dude, I could have put together a nicer looking demo than they did in like probably 24 hours. They're just copying and pasting assets from the Unreal Engine store, nothing more, nothing less. But it's hard, man. It's hard to find new projects. I think gaming projects are going to start to come up. You saw that Sony news, right? Have we talked since then? I don't think we have.
No, and people have been talking about that yesterday. Like, oh, it just came out. Like, bro, I tweeted about that 4 days ago. Check my Twitter. Yeah, I heard about that as soon as it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's big news.
Yeah, I mean, I caught the patent listing. It was like 6-9 months ago now at this point. But I mean, they filed that patent a long time ago. And everyone was just like, yeah, okay, they're just covering their bases, just in case. Listen, man, every day I wake up, I still feel like I'm in some alternate reality that I need to wake the hell up and just get out of this whole game. But man, like more money keeps getting poured in, more people keep coming in every time I want to get out. It's like, it's weird, man. Because I feel like this whole thing is a joke, honestly. Most days I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Digital comics and freaking Minnie Mouse standing on my augmented reality next to my monitor. It's crazy. But, listen, again, the money's going to keep coming in. Mark Cuban said it best, right? Follow the money. And that's it.
And Mark Cuban's the guy to listen to. Bruin88 says I should change my name to Spicy Ball. I'm not that spicy, bro. This is the tweet that I was talking about, that Mo was just talking about, the newly published patent from Sony. It says they filed it last year. It was published on Thursday via Segment Next. It's titled NFT Framework for Transferring and Using Digital Assets Between Game Platforms. So what if you could take your Fortnite Season 1 skin, put it on Call of Duty, and be running around with a skeleton costume on or whatever? Shout out to Greedy One, says $20 for the rabbits. I guess they released that Medium article. Let's check it out real quick. And somebody was asking the limit today. Limit today is 2. Limit is 2. Crypto guy was talking
while you
about.
pull up the article,
Yeah,
I was gonna say, we'll say a good segue from the Sony. They also touched on it yesterday with Epic Games. They used something called Verse. I was actually just toying around with it in that Fortnite editor. It's called Verse, and Verse was introduced basically for Web3 gaming to tie it into like games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, right? So what people were saying yesterday, and they kind of touched on it a little bit, we might be seeing NFTs and monetization coming that way into, like I said, Fortnite and the whole ecosystem, because it's no longer like a shooter game. Yeah, anyone sitting in chat right now being like, yo, Mo's playing Fortnite? No. You can do anything you want in Fortnite now. I'm making carnival games. I'm making like mini games, and like, you know, I can bring pot plants in here, and I can have a freaking grow your own pot farm type of game. Like whatever you want to do now is available in Fortnite, and it's crazy. I'm gonna work on like an MMO. You can have an MMO or a Dark Souls game, bosses with mechanics. Oh, dude, this shit is wild.
Yeah, user created content is gonna be a whole nother level.
Yeah, and being able to monetize it, or like I said, God forbid, they turn around and really enable that Web3 NFT connectivity. Oh man, it's just gonna go nuts.
That is gonna be awesome. Tucson wants to play you in some poker mode. Do you play poker? You play a little bit of poker, don't you?
I play poker, but like freaking heads up, it's boring as hell. Come play me in a skill game. Come play me in chess. Come play me in.
Do you got an Oculus Quest? I've played with Tucson on Oculus Quest. I play VR poker on there.
Yeah, I have an Oculus.
Let's do it. Let's get on there and play some poker. Greedy One says, I'm going for the rabbits. Edition size is perfect. The edition size did look nice. They're 20 gems for the Blindbox, but I mean, I watched the show and I don't even want a rabbit. What's the point of it? I don't understand what the point of buying those are. I don't know. I guess you can try for it. I don't know. You go for the rabbits. Did you see the Medium article, Mo? 20 gems retail. The secret rare has 406 editions. The ultra rare has 606. The rare has 806. The uncommon 1006, and they're 20 gems. So edition size is nice, but I don't know. What do you think?
You know what I think? I feel like there's a long hallway, and at the end of one hallway is the VB headquarters, right? And it's a long ass hallway, and they just keep sending people down the hallway to try to save VB right now. Like, all right, Cookie Monster, you're up. Go get him. Go out there and beat somebody, right? And they go out there, they don't sell out, they're selling for half price. Do we really think Rabbids is going to be it? Is that really what we're thinking? Because there's no shot, bro. Like, people who love Ubisoft don't give a damn about Rabbids, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen the videos. Weird. I've seen several videos were put out by VB content creators about Ubisoft or Ubisoft. I guess it's Ubisoft. I don't know, but I haven't watched those yet, so I don't know how big of fans they are. This is a good question from Tim C. Skate Department. Maybe somebody in the chat can help. A good question says, will it be cheaper on Elmon to pay with credit card instead of ETH because of gas fees, which makes sense. I don't know if they're on, I think they're on regular Layer 1 Ethereum. I'm not sure. See, I've never gone for an Elmon drop before, and I see Canal asking the same question. It sounds like they're going to have the queue-it system. You're going to use queues, so you're just going to get into one queue whenever the drop begins and hope that you get a low enough number to buy. It's 289 editions for the original and 289 editions for the animated. Abdullah says, I'm a Fortnite OG. I have so many OG skins, but my PS4 account is locked because the authenticator was on my old phone, which broke. Oh, no. See, I don't mess with PlayStation at all. I'm Xbox for life, but my kid was playing Fortnite at the very beginning, and I was buying him skins at the very beginning, so he's got all the OG skins, even though it made no sense to me at the time to buy them. It seems to have worked out. I think his account's probably worth thousands. Tucson says chess.
My buddy... Sorry,
go ahead.
No, I'd say my buddy sold his OG Fortnite account. We pretty much had all the same skins. He sold his for like 5,500 at the peak when accounts were selling. And I was going to sell mine, and then come to find out, because I have the Epic Games partnership, it would be like a breach of contract, and they can like sue the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Dang, that kind of stinks, though. You could have got just as much for it, 5,000. Chess is not a money game. Mo is scared to play. Heads up. Heads up is kind of boring on poker. Ozzy says, do you know anyone, or do you know what rewards MCP points on VV will offer? Yeah, MCP points, you'll be able to use those to get extra tickets into weight room style drops in the future. And you'll also be able to spend them on accessories for your showroom. This drop's about to start on DC. I was checking out these price predictions. That's the wrong ones. That was Wiz. My price predictions for today, 4, 5, 6, 12, and 50. And you can see the rest of them down here, 5, 6, 10, 18, 60. Pretty much everybody's around 4 to 7 on the common. And it looks like about 50 to 70 on the legendary. It's not a secret rare. I almost called it a secret rare. Gabe says NFTs in games makes a lot of sense when you look at old Counter-Strike items. Yeah. And look at World of Warcraft too. Thank you, Shauna.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, Diablo. So Diablo, some people might remember this. Diablo 2? I think it was Diablo 2 or 3. God, I'm old. He was 2. It had a real money marketplace, right? And it was shut down after like 6 months or something like that because people were just pissed that people were making money off gaming. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the mindset that if we don't break it, you know what I'm saying? It's just never gonna end. If we don't stop saying NFTs, this shit ain't never gonna end. I think Vivi even did it too with the Cookie Monster thing. They started off well. They were like digital collectible, and then they went right into NFT. It's like, man, can you just not say that? You know?
Yeah, NFTs is a bad word these days.
It's just, I mean, it shouldn't be. It's just because people are stupid. You know, it's like, I think we talked about the cartoon of like an NFT inside of like a toy bashing down like a door, like a catapult or whatever those things, like a ramming pult or whatever.
Right.
It's, I don't know, man. It's, again, you could tell people the same thing 2 different ways, and it's like how you explain it, how you describe it is how they buy it, you know?
Yeah.
So digital collectibles works, NFTs doesn't, digital asset works, kind of.
Yeah, I think assets is going to be a big one because whenever we get to Web3 and Metaverse, people are be able to start visualizing it. Once we get AR goggles, it'll make more sense whenever you have... It's all about these AR goggles, and the whole thing that I think is going to come first, before all this other stuff people are predicting, is that people are going to be wearing AR goggles around just everywhere, and you can turn them on or whatever, turn them off, but then you're going to be able to put your NFTs in your yard or on top of your house, flying over your house, and as people are driving by with their AR goggles, they see your NFT, and then they start to think, well, like, what is that? And then that's how I think you're going to get a little bit closer to mass adoption. I think AR goggles is a big step.
True, but take it one step further than that, right? Because right now it's the phone, right? The phone is basically the viewing space, right? That's how we look at it.
Yeah.
You can go VR too, but if you want to go augmented reality, the phone right now is like your goggles, your specs, right? The glasses are the next evolution, but look at the other evolution too, which most people don't talk about. You see them a lot in Japan, is those augmented reality 3D boxes. You ever see those?
Yeah, but I don't know how they work. Do you have to have goggles to see the augmented reality? I don't see how it can be augmented reality to the naked eye.
Yeah, it looks 3D to the naked eye because of the type of mechanism that it uses to create the image. So you could essentially have that on your front lawn and have your VV NFTs, you know, uploaded and rotating and animated on your front lawn. And people don't even need goggles. They can just drive by and be like, what the hell? Why is Cookie Monster chilling on this guy's front lawn baking cookies? You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, I always assumed, because I saw these, this is my favorite one right here. I saw these before, and I always felt like they had goggles on or something. They had some kind of filter on their camera. I thought you had to have some kind of goggles. Like, what kind of technology is it that makes this 3D? Let's see if this
talk about the dragon?
I'm pulling out the cat, because I always remember that cat, because the cat looks so real. It's actually a billboard, and we'll show you what Mo's talking about. And let me know, does this look better than if you had AR goggles on? All right, we don't need you to talk about it.
Well, it's not about what looks better. This, yeah. Okay, yeah, so that Air Max 3D, right? That's the dragon one. And the one you clicked on underneath, those are the two I love, yeah.
That's wild. And they don't have any goggles on or anything.
No.
Right? I mean,
like I said, I've looked at the patents and everything on it. I went through it, man, and like it's just really cool tech.
You think this is something you could possibly have with NFTs?
Oh, 100%. I mean, actually, I've already seen what was it? At the CES show that just recently happened, I was going through and looking at with the Paul Barron. He does a pretty good coverage on it. That cat is so cool. But yeah, they had like basically boxes that you put like in your living room, and it's just like a little square box, and it can like project any image and do stuff like this. So it's coming, man.
Dang, that's so realistic. See, I figured it had something to do with AR for that to even work like that. I got my 1Q. I'm on that Prey Gate today, 1Q only, just to see what I would get. I got 1654. There's only 96 people ahead of me, so I'm about to get in, I think. VB Drop says, I saw 3D stuff like this 20 years ago on slot machines? Really? With no 3D goggles or nothing? Abdullah's seen them. Yeah. These, I saw the picture, I mean, the videos of them, but I never saw one in person. Apparently they're mostly in Japan. I don't really understand the technology. Shauna got one. Ronnie Lido got one. Joe Rubicabo bought 2. I got my uncommon during early access. Yeah, I've already spent $10 on this. I think I'm going to chill today on this one. Yeah, so tomorrow we got the Gary Baseman drop. Isn't that not tomorrow? Let me check. When's Gary Baseman? This is March 25th for the Rabbits. That's in 2 days, so that's on Saturday. So tomorrow is Gary Baseman, but the Gary Baseman Medium article is not out yet. The Rabbit article is, and there it is. It just got dropped. There you go. This one is called Memento MOA. This is tomorrow's drop. Gary Baseman, utility, collect and hold both Memento MOA pieces for March 31st, and you receive a forever airdrop to add to your set on April 7th. Let's see what these prices look like. 60 jimmies. 60 gems. Wings of Desire is 666 editions. Morning Glory also 666 editions. And you got Forever the airdrop. Yeah. You going for that one, Mo?
You already know the answer to that.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it too. I don't think I'm going for that. 60 gems for some 2D art. There's a technology in development, basically AR with holograms. AR with holograms.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I saw at the CES show this year, not too long ago.
Nice. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check out AR hologram technology. I want to see this. I mean, see, I thought we were going straight to AR goggles, and that was going to be the big step through, but they might just skip the whole goggles completely and just go straight into naked eye augmented reality. Let me get through this commercial. Go ahead.
But you can do things with the glasses that you can't really do with stuff like you're about to look at. You know what I mean? Like, if you're wearing the glasses, the prototype specs, you know what I mean? Like, you just have your IMs, oh my God, how old am I? It's called an instant message. Have your text message pop up. Holy shit.
Dude, still talking about AOL.
Wow. Because I was just having this conversation last night about SOCOM and playing, and we had to message each other through instant messenger. That's probably why. But anyway, you're going to be able to just, have it pop up in the left corner of your eye and like just swipe it away. And, you're going to be able to throw things up in space that other people can't see, like you were saying before,
right.
Like that's where I think the glasses are going to be really helpful and really cool. But,
it'll be good for advertising for big companies too. If they have big, giant things that go way up in the sky that are AR that people can see with their AR goggles, then they can be like, oh, that's over here. Let's go in this direction until we get to it.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually working on a game, and I don't want to say anything about it really, because it's probably the most genius combination of like two of the biggest types of games in the world that no one's ever thought of combining. And if I could actually pull this shit off with augmented reality, we might have something. I have a couple guys working on it with me.
See, what I wanted to do, and I know I've talked to you about this before too, what I want to do is do an NFT project with t-shirts, and the t-shirts have barcodes that are AR, and then you scan it with your phone, and the NFT pops out of your shirt. But it's proven to be a lot more difficult than I thought. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Satish got 2 today, got a common and an uncommon. Dan Wiseman bought 2. Let me know what rarities you got. If you're checking your rarities early, there is a way to check them earlier through dc3.wiki. Oh, this is like that hologram technology where we had Tupac on the Emmys that one time after he had passed away. Gabe's in the common gang. Adaption must be easy if you want the masses to adopt. Adaption. I'm not sure if you're saying adaptation or adoption. Must be easy if you want the masses to adopt. Tony Badilla says, if you click on the video with the chameleon, I think it's the one that mentions the technology. Let me go back. I know that billboard technology is wild. I want to see that in real life. Is this the chameleon? Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. There's a Louis Vuitton one. I haven't seen this one. See, that one doesn't look that...
I think it's a Nike with the dragon is like my favorite.
Oh, I guess it does. At first, that one didn't look that 3D to me, but now it does. That'd scare me if I was walking down the street and I saw that coming out of the building above me. I'd be like, I'm out of here. Those shirts with the photo has become that becomes animated or fire. I know. I wish I could figure out how to make one. RTFKT already did NFT AR merch. Check them out. Oh, they beat me to it. Never mind then. What should I sell on Epic Mint number 04? Let's go, Joe Powell. Did you get that on early access? Epic Mint 0 today. I'll show you my price predictions on today's comic. You can see a lot of people are around 18 and 12 on the Epic. But if you got number 0, you could get 100 for it, I would think. I could be mistaken. Let me ask around in their Discord server to see what people think. Investor Better says, one time I got one of those t-shirts with a QR code NFT on it at the Miami Heat game. Did you like it though? From FTX. Oh, yikes! You probably burnt that one then. Yeah, you can't hold on. You can't wear that anymore. Let's check out some more of these billboards while we're hanging out. Everyone getting common from the Death comic. I got uncommon. Did anybody? We got one epic in here. Epic number 0 too. Anybody get anything good from today's drop? Tony Padilla says, when you were searching for the hologram AR. Okay, I'll go back and check that out. Joe Rubicaba says, Elmon X's Patrick Hughes Fungible La Amour came with a t-shirt that has a scannable code on the sleeve to reveal the NFT and AR. I think that would be really cool. What is this? This is Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is always doing too much. What are you doing, Louis? Who's in charge of marketing over there?
That's not a brand I look too much into.
I mean, I like Louis Vuitton. I've resold a lot of Louis Vuitton stuff. That one's kind of wild, though. All right, let me go check out. What did I search? See, I don't remember what I searched to find that. Oh, there it is. AR hologram technology. And he said to check out the one.
You know, it's funny, too. Looking up all this shit, right?
Yeah.
Remember in Back to the Future? When he's, like, walking down the street or whatever?
Jaws.
Back to the Future 2?
The Jaws?
And, like, yeah, Jaws, like, coming out of the movie marquee sign or whatever, and then, like, that type of stuff happening, bro. Like, that's where we're heading, right? And it's actually kind of funny because they also predicted the long TV. Remember, like, they were having the video conferencing and it had, like, the long TV, like the TikTok videos on. And at the time, I was always like, oh, that's disgusting. Who the hell? And then we had these, like, 16:9 widescreens, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's beautiful. But now we're starting to see this, TikTok long ways, style started to be like more mainstream now, which is kind of crazy.
I almost got me a monitor like that. I was close to getting one. I ended up getting 2 monitors instead, but I do like those long style monitors. But speaking of TikTok, what do you think about them getting rid of TikTok? Because that's kind of like the big thing that's been on the news the last couple of days is that they're talking about banning TikTok forever, and there's billions of people who use TikTok, but on the other hand, China could use that platform to send out disinformation or to collect data. You think they should get rid of TikTok, or you think they should keep it?
I mean, here's the problem, though. If it ain't TikTok, if people really think getting rid of TikTok is going to make them safe when they walk around with their damn phones in their pockets 24 hours a day, no, it's not happening. I do think it could be a little bit of a concern just because I know the China investment or whatever, but, I mean, I don't know.
I don't see why they can't just make something like TikTok, call it like Rick Rock. I mean, why not? It's not that hard.
Well, one of the shows I watch, they call it, what they call it, Clip Talk is like the name on the show.
I like it. All right, my man Kunal wants me to explain how to go for the Starry Night and what is the process to sign in and what wallet we have to connect. I think the best thing to do would be to check out my collectibles video because he owns some stuff on Elmon X already and he went for the Mona Lisa drop. I did not go for that drop. I've never gone for a drop on Elmon X, but I do plan on going for this one. And there is a link here. Basically, if you don't find any information from going there, you can go to each one of the rarities. Each rarity has its own link. I don't know if they're all the same link. Looks like they are. So on drop day, you'll click that link. You'll probably connect your wallet, your MetaMask wallet. Or if you don't want to connect it, then you'll be buying with a credit card. And from this page, we'll go for the drop. But I don't know much more than that. There was a hologram arcade back in the 90s called Time Traveler. Interesting. Drop says, sorry, people want easy. If you have to spend $300 to $400 on peripherals, that makes entry too difficult for most, and mass adoption will be difficult. Yeah, that makes sense.
People like to keep up with the Joneses too. Once Apple and everybody comes out with their headsets and their AR goggles, people are they gotta go nuts, and they'll also be like $199 at some point.
Yeah, they gotta make them affordable.
Yeah, I mean, right away they're gonna be probably $800,000, but give it a year or two, they'll be quarter the size and tenth of the price.
I was surprised at how I said the Q word and we got disconnect. We got quid connected. All right, we're back, y'all. Sorry about that. Anacott says, got 2 uncommons. Better than commons, I guess, on this one. Uncommons are my favorite usually on the DC Palm, but that's because of the vintage ones. Man, I never saw this uncommon. That Dark Knight Death Metal uncommon is dope looking for $4. Check that one out. I'll show you guys what I got in my collection. Mo, what kind of collection you got on DC Palm?
I'm stacking Supermans. I got like 4 left. Three uncommons and a common. 2 and 2, I think, left. 2 commons, 2 uncommons.
Ooh. Really?
Stacking a few of the DC 38s. I think I have 2 uncommons and a common there. I have 4 of the Whizzes. I only have 1 of the Flashes each. I think I have the uncommons. And I have... What else?
Did you get your Batman the Legacy Cal #2 comic the other day airdropped?
I did. I got a high-ass number and...
Me too.
I don't know. Just hanging on to it, man, in case one day they're like, hey, for those of you that, you know, held on to number 1, 2, and 3, however many they come out with, maybe they'll be like, you know, we're going to airdrop you something special. Because, again, that's the thing, right? Like, it ain't VV. They don't have to tell you ahead of time. So, you know, DC, you can wake up tomorrow and have something really cool. And they already said, man, again, not financial advice. They didn't take the snapshot yet, apparently. But Harley Quinn, her boxes, man, they said it in the email like 2 weeks ago. You know, prices went up, then prices come back down because people get bored and they just forget. But we didn't get the airdrop yet. So, you know, I picked up an Epic box for like $60. And if I get an Epic drop and it's something cool that somebody wants and I get a good number or whatever, you know, I might make some money.
I mean, you could get that Epic airdrop, sell that for like 50, then sell the Epic box that you bought to get the airdrop back for like 20 less, then you're still up $40. So, I mean, that makes plenty of sense. I actually have already gotten that airdrop for my Harley Quinn box, and I got that for free a long time ago. So I always hold that because you never know when they're going to airdrop something else for that. You can check out all the live stats. There's 2,600 left on today's drop, but these kind of take a while to get updated. You can see Bruins at 2583 over there. Big A says, forgot to check the Legacy mint number. Yeah, I checked my mint number on my Legacy, Batman Legacy Cal #2. Like Mo, mine was a really high lit, like mint, like 987 or something. My collection, like I've mentioned, I got a bunch of the, not a bunch, but not as many as Mo, but I got some of the uncommons. I don't have any Supermans. I got an Epic that I'm still holding of Showcase 22. That was for a flip, hoping for that to pump at some point. Still hasn't for me. I got a couple uncommon Green Lanterns, couple uncommon Showcase 22s. Got my Bat Cal over here, my 1 Bat Cal, and a couple of the other uncommons. I did sell one of my DC 38 uncommons for a nice profit, and I used that to go for the Showcase 22 drop. I needed some extra money for that one. So that's what I'm holding right now. I do got my sigil and the map that matches my Bat Cal district, and I'm keeping my eye open on all their events they have for Bat Cal holders. Do you ever participate in the quizzes or the mysteries to solve, Mo?
Oh yeah. I got my master rank, got all that stuff going on.
Nice, good stuff. Yeah, I've not been paying enough attention to it. I guess I'm too busy or something. Dan Wiseman got the common and a legendary today. Let's go! Congratulations, legendary number 37. I think that's a token ID for my uncommon. If you want an uncommon to match your legendary, hit me up. 2,438 left in the market. I got 2486 over here. Dan Wiseman says, my DC luck is crazy. Mine too. I've gotten 2 legendaries and 1 epic already, not to mention some low token IDs, thanks to having in the Bat Cal. What about you, Mo? How's your luck been on DC Palm?
Putrid. The same it's always been on VB. All right, but here's the thing. When Action Comics #1 comes out, they're saving it. They're saving it for me. They're going to change my life. They're going to give me a low mint Action Comic #1 legendary, and I'm going to cream in my pants and call it a day. But I have got nothing up until now, man. No legendaries, no secret rares on VV, nothing.
I can see why he didn't get any legendaries, because Dan Wiseman got them all. He said he's gotten 5 legendaries already. How's that even possible? Wow.
I mean, listen, you know, people played a lot of them. People play quick draw and all this stuff, and they're like, bro, I won hundreds, and I play it. I'm like, yep, got my ass kicked 10 times in a row. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, some people got the luck and some people don't, 100%. But then again, like you said, I always think of that too. Anytime I get a comment, I'm always like, I'm saving my luck, because, like you said, there's still some big comics to be dropping on DC Palm, and maybe you'll get the legendary on that drop. That it'd be worth it to save your luck up for that particular drop. You're gonna make so much off of it.
Yeah, 3. There's 3 massive, bigger than Superman #1 comics that still haven't hit Palm yet. And if you really want to get into it, you could even throw Sensational Comics first appearance of Wonder Woman up there is gonna be massive because people love her. Even Wonder Woman #1 would do well because it's a cool cover. That first appearance of Green Lantern that people wanted to shit on me on Twitter posts, and then they look up the price and they're like, "Oh damn, no, this is worth like 100 times more." Yeah, all right, maybe Mo does know a little bit.
That's that Golden Age one from the 1940s, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. You know, it's not the comic that everybody knows. It's not who everybody knows, but, you know, look at the list, look at the prices. I'm not a comic book guy. I'm sitting there watching Big Bang with my girl the other night, and Sheldon pulls out a comic or something, and I was just like, I knew exactly what it was. I knew the value and stuff. And my girl was like, dude, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't say that out loud when there's girls around, even if you know. I don't know.
This is my girl for 11 years, bro. If she hasn't left me yet, if she hasn't left me by now, she ain't going anywhere.
I was going to say,
you know what I'm saying? But we have 3.
I was going to say exactly what Crypto God said. Batman #1 is going to be a great comic when it drops. It's the first appearance of the Joker.
Yeah. Yep. But Detective Comics 27 will be better than that. And Action Comics #1 is going to be better than all of them. So, you know.
You ain't wrong.
The only thing left on VV, as far as I know, there's a couple, that's actually 2.
We are having some connection problems today, my friends. Sorry about that. Rugged twice today. And then we're not even doing anything important. Sorry, Mo. We got rugged again. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even say the Q word or nothing. What was you saying?
What was the last word they heard? I don't even know.
Yeah, they got rugged, and it just completely rugged my whole train of thought. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's up with my connection today. I thought I had fixed that. We weren't getting rugged for like weeks, and now we're back to the rugs. Wiseman got an uncommon Superman, and it's been awesome. Luck, that's the uncommon that I don't have that I want. I don't have that one yet. Aquaman #1 would be big. Would it, though? I don't know if people really respect Aquaman like that. I could be wrong.
It would do all right. But I'm saying it'll do like the Robin first appearance. It's not going to go crazy like Superman #1. Like I said, nothing will except for the other 3 that we just talked about. I think I might have been talking about the reason why we'll never see Captain America on VV. I truly believe that they are way too woke.
I disagree. I don't believe you. No, he says we're never going to get Captain America #1 on VV because it has him punching out Hitler on the cover. I say no. I mean, if we got the bullheaded
with the swastikas.
It's got swastikas.
That's true. That is what I think they would. Not the Hitler part. I think a lot of people would get behind punching Hitler in the face, but the swastikas, man, I'm telling you, this country's too woke.
They can edit the swastikas.
No, they wouldn't do that.
But why would
Have they ever done that?
That's historic. I don't think you would even get rid of them. Why would they not? I wonder. That'd be a good AMA question. Like, would they ever release that because of the swastikas? I don't know. If you guys don't know what we're talking about the Captain America #1 cover. If you haven't seen it, it's shows Captain America punching Adolf Hitler in the face. And if you've seen the Captain America #1 collectible on the VV app, it's called the Punch, the Rare, because he's in that position right there where he's punching Hitler. Let me try to pull it up so you guys can see it. Well,
and listen, I'm not even saying I agree or disagree with it, because I agree with freedom of speech and all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, knowing David Yu and Dan and those woke guys, I don't think they'd even want to touch that type of publicity right now.
You say
they had
woke
enough day to deal with Cookie Monster.
You say woke like it's a bad thing, though. How's being woke a bad thing? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's a bad thing and the way people want to walk around thinking like it's the only way and this is the way. Like, you gotta open your eyes and see the light. It's like, dude, listen, been on this freaking planet 41 freaking years. All right, it's so much easier to blame the last generation because everybody does it, and everybody's gonna keep kicking that can down the road until there's a generation that can't kick the can anymore. You know what generation that's gonna be? When there's a freaking asteroid about to take them out in an hour. That's gonna be the generation. I'm just saying, man, it's just the way everyone's like, oh, we got to be so aware. Like, if I'm not offended, like that to me, that's the biggest definition of it, right? Like, even if you're not offended by it, you're like, well, we can't do it because this guy's going to be offended by it. Like, offended by association type shit. It's so weak, man. I hate that crap. Like, soft.
I definitely think there are people who are too woke, 100% too woke. I think I don't know what woke means, so I can't say being woke is not a bad thing. But I did want to point out these bat cows. Somebody was asking what shows the difference between bat cows. I'm going to go from price lowest to highest, and we'll take a look at them, and you can see the different rarities. Oh, I got queued. Never mind, they queued me. I might be able to get right through here.
Why'd you say Q? Why'd you say the Q word?
Oh, I said the Q word. I didn't say that Q word, though.
Oh, shit. Rip chat. See you later.
Marquez says, I started it. I did start it. That's what we're doing. I'm not even done. I was just doing a little tangent here, but we're going back to the wokeness again. We're not done talking about it. Because when it comes to the woke people, usually I feel like I'm on the woke people's side, but all the woke people have canceled and hate J.K. Rowling for what she said about it. And I have to say, I agree with J.K. Rowling here, which is the non-woke view that I don't think that people who were born a male should be able to compete in athletic sports against people who were born female. What do you think, Mo? Am I non-woke?
Yeah, so that's the point, okay? So it's not if you say, Mo, I got an opinion on something, and you tell me your opinion, I'm not gonna say you're woke, all right? I'm talking about the people that walk around and say, well, the social norm and the social standard these days in 2023 tells me that this is how I'm supposed to address this situation, right? That's the shit I'm talking about. And that's how I think Vivi would handle the Captain America situation. When it comes to that topic you're talking about right now, dude, I don't even know if you want to touch that, because I almost had a freaking aneurysm going at it with a buddy of mine about a week ago over the same thing. All right, because I truly believe that we will see a movie made in the next 20 years, if I'm still alive, where some parent forces their kid into transition at 12 years old because he's terrible on the men's team or boys team, and let's make this kid play in the WNBA and fool everybody and make a paycheck. It's gonna happen. I truly believe that, again, whatever, say what you want, chat, how am I gonna look? If you gotta be 18 to drink and buy cigarettes and go to a strip club, you got to be 18 before you decide that shit. Like, you can't be doing that at 12, 13 years old. I'm sorry. That's just how I look at it, man. That is a very, very adult, mature decision. And I'm not against what people do either way. I respect if they're they, them, other. I don't care if you identify as a toaster. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. But yeah, I don't know, man. The ages and the youth doing it is a weird, touchy subject.
I don't think you can make a decision when you're that young. That's too much of a lifelong decision, especially when it comes to taking hormones. I don't know. But I mean, another thing other people always bring up, and I agree with, is that if you're not in that situation yourself and you're not close to somebody that's in that situation, then it's really hard to relate. It's a lot harder to have empathy for somebody who's going through that. News Now Marijuana says, woke is the reason why VV hasn't distanced itself from people like Vault. The fact that Vault considers yourself woke is so ironic and crazy, almost hilarious. I mean, again, I gotta define woke. Do I consider myself woke? I mean, compared to Republicans, I mean, let's be honest about it. Republicans are like, nobody should be gay ever. I mean, I think, what was it? What's the country? There's a country in Africa that just like made it completely illegal to be gay whatsoever, and you're supposed to report your neighbors if you think they're gay, and now people are just like, oh, I don't like him, so I'm gonna say he's gay. Now he goes to jail forever. It's getting, I mean, I don't know, man. It's getting a little too wild. I mean, if you look into really deep into biology and to all the species, you'll find out that about 10% of every species is homosexual. Like every species on the planet, almost 10%. So it makes sense that 10% of humans are also. Smartbass says, Vault, you think Recur will ever revive again? I heard those Recur passes were selling for like 50 cents. I don't know if they're that low. Like $20. I don't know about Recur. Mo, have you ever did Recur? Are you a fan of it?
You know, I looked at Recur for like all of 45 seconds, and I saw the passes, and I was like, what do the passes do? And I'm like, oh, they don't do jack shit. Oh, they got Star Trek coming out? Who cares about Star Trek? I already got that on VV. But yeah, no, I didn't mess with it. I did keep an eye on it, though. I tracked it for a while.
Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't really see the point of the Recur passes, and I didn't like the whole fact that to go for a lot of those drops, you had to have a Recur pass. So I didn't think it was a good move, so I didn't get into that myself. So I've never owned any Recurs. VV Drop says, most of the original comics were written by... Okay, so Captain America's no issue? Wow, that was deep. They are not gay for the same reason humans are? Mr. Planet Prophet, they are not gay for the same reason humans are? We have to get into that, Mr. Planet Prophet. Because it really is. If you look into it, it's like 10%, and not even of just like mammals, 10% of like almost all species. Like dolphins are mammals, aren't they? So that's a bad example. But like any species. Ever see that?
Yeah, you got species that are both too, so I don't know if that even like takes that into account, right? Like frogs and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's like, you know, and again, like it's not even to me. I grew up, you know, in a pretty well-rounded, you know, multicultural type area. You know, again, suburbs, Long Island. I mean, Doctor Strange can relate. I mean, me and Doctor Strange live 5 minutes from each other, and we're completely different, probably on all sorts of the radar.
Man, you're in
You know
New
what I'm
York
saying?
though.
Like,
That's a melting pot right there.
well, yeah, I mean, but so I'm just saying though, like when you grow up where I did, I mean, we used to play basketball with everybody. I mean, it didn't matter if you were black, white, Asian, whatever. Like you were balling with us after school if if you wanted to play. And we had gay people, and we had, I guess trans, that type of stuff wasn't even a thing, when I was growing up. But you had gay people, you had guys who you knew were like overly feminine, and I never gave people like that a hard time. And again, you are who you are, but I don't know, man. It's hard for me to be like,
All right, I'll go deep
people
in
just
on it
walking
for a
around
second.
judging everybody. Yeah, I don't really want to. I'm trying to like censor myself here on the fly. I'm probably just going to shut up.
No, I'll go deep on it from my own personal experience because I am from Indiana, a pretty rural part of the country. And growing up, I didn't know any black people, and I was pretty racist because my family was racist. I had a black friend growing up afterwards when I finally did start hanging out with my best friend all through high school, and like he wouldn't be allowed in my grandma's house because of the color of his skin, because that's how it was around there. But once I met a black person and met their family, it was the same with my grandma too. Once she met him and started to get to know him, then she was not racist anymore. And it's the same with gay people too. A lot of these people in rural areas have never met gay people, or at least they don't think they've ever met gay people because they don't know they're gay. So once they meet a gay person and they start to get to know them, they're like, oh, well, we have stuff in common. This is just another person. And it's the same thing with racism as it is with homophobia. People just need to be more. We need to all get together instead of everybody being in their own little groups.
But to me, that's always what it's always been about, right? Like I always say it all the time. Like I hate more white people than anybody else. Like it's how it is. Like I'm not racist. I don't see skin tone like that, man. Like if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. It is what it is.
All right, let me go through here how to find your wallet. I know a couple people in the chat were asking how to find your wallet. Sorry, we're getting into some crazy stuff today because it's not like an important drop. And I got Mo here, and Mo's fun to talk to and bounce stuff off of. All right, let me get into this real quick. What you'll have to do is go to your collection and click on any NFT on Palm that you already own. If you don't own any NFTs, I do not know how to get your wallet from there. We need to figure that out. But any NFT that you own, click on it, and then scroll down and click on View on Palm Explorer. Yeah, it is heavy, Rhett saying. We're having fun, though. And then once you're here, on this page right here, you're going to need to look at the top box. If it's a NFT that you minted on the drop, there will only be one box. That'll be your top box, token minting. If it's one you bought off the store, it'll be token transfer. And in that box, there's going to be 3 lines of text. You're only concerned with the middle line. And on that middle line, there'll be one address pointing to a second address. That second address, that's your address. That's the one you need to copy into. Go into dc3wiki.live, input your wallet address, get rarity mint info, and you'll see uncommon 37. I told you I got your 37 for the guy with the legendary. Hit me up. Make some matching mints. News Now says, how come when I got my dog spayed and neutered, it didn't identify as woman? People still called it a male dog that was spayed and neutered? Really, though? I don't think I have any answers.
There's so many directions you can take the conversation, which is supposed to say I usually I don't avoid it, but I tread carefully because, again, you can go down some freaking crazy roads. But I did want to tell you a funny joke before we get off the other subject, because this is actually kind of funny. Because there was no racist vibes in my family growing up at all, right? Like, I remember, like, this black dude was, like, beaten by his dad or something, and, like, we even know this guy, like, walked down my block, and my dad saw him and realized he was, like, in distress, and, like, invited him in, like, gave him dinner, and, like, hung out, and they wound up, like, calling, like, CPS, whatever. But anyway, fast forward, like, 20 years. The front door of my house was, like, right towards the sun, where the sun would set. So we get done playing basketball one day after school, and we come walking in the house. It's, like, me, my boy Ricky, and, like, 2 black buddies of mine. And my grandmother, because she couldn't see with the glare coming in the door, she made a joke, and she's like, boy, if you guys get any darker.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Bro, their face. No. Their faces, bro. They started cracking up. I mean, again, because they know my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? They knew her, but she thought it was just like us walking in, and she couldn't see, and she was making a joke.
Yeah,
oh, my God, bro. Yeah, but they knew, like, it was playful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, They still tell that story like this many years later. Like, maybe your grandmother doing that?
We got the homie True Stoner in the chat. He's used to this type of chat. This is how we talk usually during our photo finish live streams. In between races, me and Mo are always live on Friday and Saturday nights. Live streaming photo finish live, an NFT horse racing game on the Solana blockchain. Bruin says people are people. Don't judge someone by the color of their skin. It is what's in their heart.
Damn right.
Exactly. Got an uncommon. I know. I got an uncommon too. Crypto. That sucks. Who's crypto? The comic will probably flop. True that. Harley Quinn Legendary. I've been seeing that Harley Quinn Legendary being super expensive. Nobody understands why. Relatable Hustle says it always says I don't own any whenever I buy one on the store and go to check in your collection. It should be right here. You can't reveal it yet. It should be in your collection unless you're not logged in. Smart Bass says, do you think DC is showing slow and steady growth as compared to VV, which seems manipulated growth? Ugh. I would send this over to Mo, but I already know what he's going to say, but let's do it. Mo, what do you think when it comes to DC Palm compared to VV, the way they're running their platforms?
I mean, I think they need work. I think they've been slacking lately a little bit. Hope they got something big like planned, like the interoperability, the external wallets. But I would put 90% of my money into DC and Palm over VV right now. That's just me, though. Especially when it comes to comics.
I do think DC Palm will be interoperable before VV, and I think these comics, the Grail type comics, will do really well. Especially the really scarce ones. I don't know, uncommons, of course, I like the uncommons. I think people are going to like the uncommons when they hit OpenSea. Sergio said...
me too, dude.
Yeah, you think so too?
Oh, I said it from day one. I think me and you talked about it during the races. I was like, the uncommons to me are the comic that I wanted for Superman. And I got the common on the drop, but then I sold that, flipped it, bought it on the dip for the uncommon, then I wound up buying a common back. So, yeah, I mean, the uncommons to me, man, like the wear and tear, the first appearance of the blood stain, first appearance of the coffee stain.
Yeah, talking about it all
the first
time.
Appearance of masking tape here on the Wiz Comics.
I try not to talk about them too much now because I feel like I'm pumping my own bags because I got so many of them. But I do like the uncommons a lot. Shotgun Sergio says, I just feel bad for comedians these days. That is a good point. I didn't even read that before I started reading it. Comedians, they can't hardly say anything anymore. You got to be creative, though. I mean, that's part of being a comedian. I got to see what's going on with Mr. Planet Prophet here. He says the woman by him dresses her cat in a pink tutu and calls it a girl, but it's a boy cat. So wait, first, how do you know it's a boy cat? Did you really go in and inspect? Was that something that you saw this dog in a tutu and you're like, I need to make sure it's actually a girl dog or he's being misgendered? And you were right. I mean, if that's what you did and you were right, then I guess it paid off. But do you do that a lot? Anytime you see a cat in a tutu, you got to make sure? I don't know. What's Mr. Planet Prophet really doing out there in the streets? Bruin88 says, when I was young, my friends would call themselves the N-word. I would always hang with them, and I tried saying it with them. Yeah, you ain't allowed to say it. Bro, you can't say that. My joke is...
No, but you could. No, you could in the 90s, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up in it. You could. You could walk into any social circle and say it. Now, if you were saying some racist shit, like some real... maybe hitting that hard R with some, like, choice words behind it, yeah, you might get your ass kicked.
It goes both ways. Man. I mean, it depends on the group of people. Some people you can even, say it with a soft A and you're not allowed to, even though they're all friends and you're not saying it in a bad way. It's just like, you ain't saying that. But my whole joke is that since my son is biracial, that I'm allowed to say the N-word at least 3 times a year, and I haven't said it in like 10 years. I'm saving it all up for when Kanye becomes president. No? Yeah, that's not a good joke. My bad.
For the love of God.
If you guys enjoy this, me and Mo Knows and my homie BE in the chat from the BB Drop channel are starting our own live stream on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're calling it Fudders. So we're going to talk about all the bad news that's going on in the NFT and crypto industry. And of course, we're going to try to put, a positive spin on it at the end and, just kind of have a little group chat going on. We might even have a rotating guest. Maybe we'll have a Moon Boy come on to defend all the FUD that we're talking about, but it's something a little different. Mo, we're doing that on Monday. You excited about that?
I am. I wasn't sure when we were going to pop the top off of that. I made a Wheel of Fortune puzzle, and I was going to post it and tag you two in it, and it said Fudders with the letters missing, some of them. Yeah, that would have been a cool reveal. But anyway, cat's out of the bag. Yeah, man, I think it's cool. We might even have to extend it to some other topics here based on chat activity here. I'm kind of liking this. I know VV Drop has some things to say too, so who knows?
Yeah, we're down for
might be able to extend the topics out a little bit. But yeah, man, I think it should be good. I think, like I said, me and you have some good banter back and forth, good things to talk about. I really enjoyed your conversation with VV Drop that day. Mm-hmm. That's why I hit you up, and I was like, we should probably put something together because that's something I don't really want to FUD my biggest investment. But they're working out the kinks right now over there on Photo Finish. So until that happens, I mean, I don't even know what the hell the race schedules are going to look like. when are we going to be on the track? When are we going to be back doing that? I mean, this weekend could be up in the air right now.
Yeah, we might not be able to stream on Friday and Saturday night Photo Finish Live like we usually do because they're in the version 3 of their beta, which only lasts a month, but it's all real money racing. And right now they have like the grade 1 races during our stream schedule, which a lot of people don't sign up for, and we definitely don't race in. So we didn't stream last weekend for the Photo Finish Live, and we might not stream this weekend. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Let's see. SmartBuy says, will you be taking DC Comics out to private wallet if they allow? Yeah, I want to try them out on OpenSea. Not going to lie. Dr. Strange says, in my day, it wasn't acceptable for anyone. Yeah, even with the soft A. See, some people are like that. Or soft R.
Yeah, and I never dropped it personally. I mean, my dad, again, we had a music studio in my house, a recording studio, because my dad was a producer. Yeah. And we weren't allowed to record hip-hop in my house because if people wanted to start dropping M-bombs, like that shit was, not in my house. Yeah, so that wasn't really in my vocabulary, but,
Y'all know I'm super transparent, and I'll tell y'all the truth about everything, and I'll just tell you the truth right now. I don't say it in public ever, but if I'm in my car and I'm listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony and I'm singing along, and nobody else is in the car, and I'm by myself, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta sing along. I gotta know all the words. Big A says, the thing about politics is people always argue against the extreme cases of opposing views, even though everyone is closer to the middle. These days, people are... I don't know if people are closer to the middle. Middle is almost a bad place these days. Bruin88 says, we got you. Don't worry about that. Oh, you got him. You got him then.
I love the middle.
You love the middle?
Oh, it's good conversation because I get all the nut jobs from the left that like me and the nut jobs from the right like me because they know I'm reasonable and I can pretty much hold a conversation on both sides because, I mean, again, if you just like your own personal life, if you can't take a step back and take a third-person perspective of what's going on and take it all in, I don't know, man. To me, that's just... I know a lot of people that can't do that. They get so caught up in the moment and the emotion. It's very hard for them to remove themselves from the situation. But I don't know, man. For me, it's very easy to remove that emotional attachment.
You're probably right, Bruin88. Somebody's going to clip that last one of me talking and cancel me. It'll be like the third time I'm canceled, so it's fine. SmartBuy says, win an interview with B Games. I do like B Games. What are you need clarification about from B Games? I'm not sure what he focuses on, but I would like to have him on. I like him. Big A says, Vault is the guy in the open scene of Office Space that puts the radio lower when the black guy walks by. I don't remember that scene, but I love Office Space. One of my favorite movies. I'm more like the guy with the red stapler. That's me. Mr. Plant Prophet says, never eat shredded wheat. I already told you, Vault. What's shredded wheat? I don't know what that's referring to, my friend. All right, guys. I think it's about time to end this live stream. Hopefully, you guys got a legendary today. Hopefully, anybody going for this one was able to hit on the drop. It should have been fine, easy to hit on because I don't think they're even sold out yet. We got still 2,000 of them left in the store. You could buy 2 today, so if you want multiples, you can. Let's check out the chat before we go. Jeff says people are crybabies these days, complain about everything. That's true, but then again, I complain too, so I can't really fault them for it. Pepe says peeps are either far left or far right. I know that is the problem, and they want it that way. I feel like politics wants it that way. Go ahead.
I didn't want to wrap it up. I just wanted to tell you one thing. When you complain, though, you're basing it on your convictions and your beliefs, right? So for me, that's why I kind of respect you no matter, even when you're popping off at the mouth sometimes. Like, I respect it, even if I don't agree with it all the time. Because, again, it's your convictions, right? You're not out there being like, well, because other people, we got to take their emotions into account. And then you start going on like a rant. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's, like I said, people just crying. If people are actually upset because they're offended personally, I can accept that. But again, if you're just like, well, you can't do that in this social atmosphere that we live in a social climate. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just crazy talk, man. So again, someone like you, people are going to say you're bitching and crying and complaining. Like, at least you're doing it the right way. You're doing it with things you believe in and or what you think is the right reason, whether it is or not.
Well, I don't know about when it relates to me, but I do agree with that. Like, I get annoyed with people being offended for other people. Like, if you're offended for yourself, cool, but don't be offended for somebody else. This is ridiculous. Yeah. All right, guys. It's about time to end this live stream. Every Thursday, DC Palm has comic drops, so we'll be live again for next Thursday's DC Palm drop. Hopefully, they're dropping a Grail for us. Usually, when they drop a more modern comic like today's 1993 comic, the next week they'll have something more vintage like 1940s or 50s. New Plan says, thought it was an NFT stream. Yeah, we went on a tangent today. I had Mo on, bro. If Mo is on, you got to know that this could go anywhere. anywhere. Now, that's probably my fault, really. I was just bored today, so I thought we'd talk about some interesting stuff. And to prepare you
Yeah,
guys
I don't know if I triggered this conversation, just for the record. I don't know if I did.
I don't remember. It could have been me too. It could have been me. I'm good at triggering these types of conversations. But I did want to prepare you guys for Fudders too, and this might be the type of thing, some of the type of things that we talk about on Fudders when we go live on Monday nights with me and Mo Knows and BE from the BB Drops channel. So make sure you guys hit the notifications bell so you don't miss that. And of course, tomorrow I'll be live for the BB drop. Gary Basement is dropping. Thank you, Mo Knows, for hanging out with me during this DC drop, and thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with us for the drop as well. Peace out.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. Take it to chat.
Later.